Okay, so Mike Evans called out Quinyon Mitchell, but he wasn't having it. You gotta hear this. However, another Eagles defensive player is talking about Fortnite? Anyways, why did Jalen Carter shake his head at Nick Sirianni? We also get a great update on Sidney Brown. Plus, here, Cooper DeJean could be starting. And lastly, Brian Baldinger saying the Eagles are using Bryce Huff wrong. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So let's start this off with some good news, because there hasn't been much good news after that beatdown by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, besides the fact that we'll get healthy after this bye, and the NFL released the strength of schedule for the remaining season pending the first couple teams bye week. The top hardest: Browns, Bears, Giants, Cowboys, Lions, Niners, Rams, and Packers, which not only does it have a division rival in the Cowboys, we don't really count the Giants, but the Lions, Niners, Rams, and Packers, who are big names in the NFC conference, also have a tough schedule. Compared to the Philadelphia Eagles schedule, which sits at 32, we physically have the easiest schedule remaining in the NFL. So there's no excuse to not come out the bye week and get on a winning streak. I'm not talking 1 or 2, I'm talking 3+, but it does start with 1 game a week. As for Quinyon Mitchell, he's been a bright spot on the field, off the field, and with his attitude. There was a play in the game where he was in zone and Sterling Shepard caught it around him. And listen what Mike Evans says to the team, not necessarily to Quinyon, but he's in the vicinity.
Just chill, he can't cover. Just chill. Y'all should have kept Bradberry.
He straight up said that Quinyon Mitchell can't cover and that the Eagles should not have let go of James Bradberry. Newsflash, we ain't let him go. He's a safety and he's on IR. But still, Quinyon Mitchell got matched up with Mike Evans 4 times. Let's see what really went down. 4 targets, 2 catches allowed, 19 yards allowed, and 1 PBU. And as you can see here again, the PBU was an end zone play. But it gets better. On 1 of the 4 targets, Mike Evans starts talking trash to Quinyon, but he stands up for himself.
You easy.
I've been on you all day, bro.
You easy.
Huh?
You easy as to get over.
I've been on you all day, huh? How many catches you got? You got 1 catch, you got to win. That's it.
All right. You know who I am, right? You know who I am, right? No, I do not. No. I don't. Yeah, I mean, you got more juice. I mean, you should have the most juice out here. We 31.
Listen, Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer, but to say he's easy to get open on, to say he don't know about him, I love what Q said. He wants all the smoke. He let him know that he's a rookie, but he also said, I've been all over you all game. How many catches you got on me? And at that point, he only had 1. Again, Quinyon Mitchell, attitude and play, he backs it up. But the craziest Quinyon Mitchell statistic of that game was he was the only defensive player for the Philadelphia Eagles to play all 77 snaps. Mind you, it was 104 real feel. People were going out left and right with cramps, needing IVs. He played every single snap. A dog. Now let's go over a clip from a player a lot of people are ready to see less snaps from, Avonte Maddox, talking to Mike Evans about what?
You still be gaming?
Yeah.
You gotta get out there one more time.
I still play, bro. I got you on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Again, I don't care that Avonte Maddox plays Fortnite or plays with Mike Evans. The fact of the matter is the Buccaneers are destroying us, killing us. And you're over there thinking about, hey, let me talk to Mike Evans, see if he wants to play again with me. I just don't like that mentality. I've been down in games, whether it's basketball or football. I might know the rival high school team, some of the players. When we're losing that bad, I'm not discussing that stuff. You got his phone number, his social media. Do that after the game. You should be in the mood like, I'm just trying to get a tackle. That's it. Again, I don't know what's going on with some of these guys. We need that dog back on defense. I showed that clip to my 9-year-old son who plays Pee Wee football. He said after practice, maybe I'll 1v1 him and cook him. Now, before we get to the fact that Cooper DeJean will be taking over for Avonte Maddox after the bye week, and Sidney Brown looks to be back And Fangio excited about him at safety and maybe the slot. Plus, why was Jalen Carter shaking his head at Nick Sirianni? And another stat comes out that's concerning about the play calling. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, Mando, the best way to control odor for your pets, packages, and feed. I first saw this on a YouTube ad and bought it about 2 months before Mando reached out to me to even do this sponsorship. My favorite gotta be the deodorant Mount Fuji, but they got other scent of deodorants too. Bourbon leather, Clover Woods, Pro Sports, and of course, like I said, my favorite one, Mount Fuji. It is honestly the longest lasting deodorant I ever used. Go buy anything from Axe to Dove Men out there. They say 48 hours, it barely works 6. This one works long. It's doctor clinically approved. And my favorite thing about it is there's no itchiness, there's no irritation, it doesn't stain your shirts. This is, besides smelling good, it keeps you feeling good. And in the starter pack, you get wipes and lotion, quick for your packages and feet. And the price is perfect. So click the link in the description and or the pinned comment section and get $5 off your starter pack with promo code PhillyMike. Once again, click the link in the description, use my promo code PhillyMike, all capitals, no exclamation point, to get $5 off your starter pack, which is over 20% off. And like I said, the price point's already great. So Kendall Beck tweets, per Shaquille Capato on the Ringers Philly special, the Eagles have ran 23 plays under center and only 6 plays of play action, both ranked 30th in the league. He continued to say, this is not what we've seen in the offseason as it pertains to Kellen Moore's offense. He said another example why he believes Nick Sirianni is involved more than what we think. And I can't disagree. So many things from 2023 is starting to show up between week 2 and 4. Not so much week 1, but at the end of the day, under center is one thing. But the lack of play action when we saw it in the offseason is just another example of what is going on. And again, this bye week could be a wake-up call for Kellen Moore or Nick Sirianni to let Kellen Moore go for the simple fact he hears the noise and his job has never been hotter and his seat has never been hotter. As for the Jalen Carter shaking his head thing, he clearly is looking at Nick Sirianni, but you could take this for a lot of things. People are saying he's fed up. I don't know. All I know is if I'm a defensive lineman during that game, I'm mad at everybody else. I'm mad at the secondary. I'm mad at Fangio. I'm mad at the offense, Nick and Kellen. It was just a total disaster out there in 104-degree heat. Let me know what you think Jalen Carter meant by that. D-line didn't get pressure, but because the ball was coming out so fast, I can't get mad at them. Only the secondary and the coaches. Oh, and we got to include the tackling, which again was still more from the linebackers and secondary. Moving on to the Cooper DeJean topic, Zach Berman asked about Cooper DeJean. Will his role increase since it's been a couple weeks of being back from the injury, blah, blah, blah. And could he start over Maddox? And Fangio said this.
Yeah, Cooper's closing in on being ready, where we just, at some point, we'll put him out there. But Avonte, has played fine in some areas. Obviously, he's had some plays that he'd like to have back, like all of us, including me. But, yeah, he's getting better.
I think Cooper DeJean is going to be an upgrade. I loved Maddox, but I just think he don't have it due to all the injuries. And especially when we talk about tackling, one thing I know Cooper DeJean can do is tackle. And so I think by tackling from the slot position, it's going to help this defense out a lot. They also asked him about Sidney Brown.
I think so. I think so, that we're going to open up his practice window. Now, I'm not positive of that, so don't hold me to that. But that has been the timeline, over the last few months, and haven't been told anything to the different.
Again, don't hold him to it, but all indication is he will be back. They also asked him, could Sidney Brown be used in the slot alongside of Cooper DeJean? And he said yes. He wants to get Sidney Brown on the field when he's ready. He said, we got to be patient. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited too because he's a good tackler, but he is coming back from an ACL. It's been almost a year since he played, so I do want to ease him in. Although he can play in the slot, sometimes not only do you want to help a guy out physically, coming back from an injury, but mentally. So we would like to keep him in one place. We'll see how all that works itself out. And last but not least, listen to Baldy talk about how the Eagles are not using Bryce Huff the right way. Again, when you sign for that much money, I don't want to hear the excuse, you're not lining me up in the right technique. Just be better, but I do see a big difference.
Bryce Huff had 10 sacks for the Jets. This is how he rushed. In a 4-point stance, he's a sprinter. His nickname is the Bugatti. He has a great takeoff. That's what he does. That's how the Jets played him, in a 4-point stance with great takeoff. Now, you watch him here. Now he's a linebacker. Now he's in a 2-point stance, standing up. He hadn't beaten anybody. He's playing linebacker. He's trying to see too much right here. And backup tackles like Justin School can block him. All right? This is not how Bryce Huff got 10 sacks. You watch him, and here he is against Miami. 4-point stance. Almost, I think all 10 of his sacks last year came out of this look right here. Cross chop, beats the tackle. Sprinter, gets to Tua. Down goes Tua. You watch him on Sunday, and here he is. He is over here against a great player in Tristan Wirfs. Like 2-point stance, no takeoff, and he's just getting controlled. Play after play after play. He's got no stats, nothing. But here, in a 4-point stance, the way he's used to playing in pass rush situation, right here. Man, change of direction, the whole thing. This isn't who he is. You watch him right now against Tampa. Like, he's going up against a backup tackle. He can't beat him. He doesn't have a takeoff. He's in a 2-point stance. They're dropping him into coverage. He's on the ground. That's not good. You can't win on the ground. You watch him against a tight end right here. 2-point stance. Like, this is not, like, he's getting beat by a tight end. You want to get the best out of Bryce Huff, put him in a 4-point stance. And let him do nothing but chase the quarterback. But you put him in that position right now, that's not how he got to 10 sacks last year. That's not how he got a big fat contract.
With all that being said, let me know all your thoughts on everything we talked about. I absolutely love hearing from y'all. The things y'all send me on Twitter and talk about in the comment section help inspire videos. Also, link in the description and or the pinned comment section. Go get your Mando. I promise you, you won't regret it. Muscle up, like and subscribe. We out.